बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं हूं प्रोफेसर यासर और आपसे एकेडमिक गाइडेंस के प्लेटफॉर्म से मुखातिब हूं। डियर व्यूअर एंड स्टूडेंट्स, हमारा आज का टॉपिक ऑफ डिस्कशन स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम है। इसमें हम देखेंगे कि स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम की क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है और इसका कितना क्लियर और कंसाइज होना चाहिए। तो ये सब कुछ जानने के लिए यू आर एडवाइज टू वॉच दिस वीडियो टिल द एंड। फर्दर अगर आपने इस चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो काइंडली सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और शेयर कीजिए ताकि दूसरे लोग भी इससे इस्तेफादा हासिल कर सकें। स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम सेक्शन इज वेरी कंसाइज, क्लियर identification of the problem under investigation. It must stay within the template provided by the concerned higher education institution or university, but most importantly, it must contain 4 elements and research dissertation or the research thesis. Intended problem should be able to address all of the following points. First one is identification of the problem itself, what is going wrong. Secondly, who is affected by the problem. And third one is the consequences that will result from the continuation of the problem. And fourth one, a brief discussion of number 1 and at least 3 authors research related to the problem. And secondly, their recommendation for future research related problem. So you can use the following work on the statement of the problem by first outlining the section as like number 1, one clear concise statement that tells the researcher what is not working and what is going wrong. Be specific and support it with current studies. Secondly, tell who is affected by the problem identified in section number 1 and briefly tell what will happen if the problem is not addressed. And then find at least 3 current studies and write a sentence or 2 for each study that briefly discuss the author's work that they should study and state their recommendations for further research about the problem. And finally, you can simply follow these 3 points: explain context and state problem XYZ supported by statistic and other recent research findings. And secondly, explain negative consequences of the problem to stakeholders or those people who are directly or indirectly affected and support it by statistic or recent research findings. And finally, explain the gap in the literature on the basis of which you are going to conduct this study on the selected research topic. So dear viewer and student, this was the brief of statement of problem, how a researcher write the statement of the problem in his research study or dissertation और थीसिस। उम्मीद है वीडियो आपको इन्फॉर्मेटिव लगेगी। कमेंट्स बॉक्स में कमेंट्स करके अपनी राय से जरूर आगाह कीजिएगा। अल्लाह ताला आप सबके लिए आसानियां पैदा करे। आमीन सुम आमीन। अल्लाह हाफिज।